This time on distant shores, we set sail from the Bahamas and start across the Atlantic Ocean on a 750-mile offshore passage to Bermuda. There is some lovely sailing and even some calms for swimming, so come along for the ride.
We're Paul and Cheryl Shard, hosts of the Distant Shores Sailing Adventure TV series. We've been sailing and living aboard for 36 years, documenting the sailing lifestyle. Join us as we begin the next chapter of global voyaging aboard our variable draft Sail Orion 49.
Well, good morning. It's just before 5 o'clock. We got up at 4 in the morning at the north part of Eleuthera. Wanted to make a passage across to Abaco. Blowing 18 to 20, true wind, and we're making decent speed into a bit of a head current as well, averaging 6.5 or 7 horse over ground. We've got a single reef in the main and a single reef in the Genoa. The boat's quite comfortable. It's about 12 hours to Marsh Harbour.
As daylight comes, we see an unusual smoky cloud over Abaco in the direction of Marsh Harbour.
In Marsh Harbour, we meet up with friends who join the crew to sail offshore from the Bahamas to Bermuda.
We need to clear customs, and we've been told that there's a customs that might be open over at the airport. And so we're going to try to head on over there. That is the direction of the airport, though. So we're here in the marina in Marsh Harbour. We're trying to clear out of the country, so we haven't been able to get in touch with customs. So we've been suggested that we can go over to the airport, where we should be able to clear the customs. And that is the direction of the airport where all that smoke is. So let's see how that goes.
It'll be.
They're shutting down the town because of the fire.
Yeah. They'll shut the fire. They'll shut everything down here. The airport will be shut down. Like I said, the bank will be shut down. The grocery store is already shut down. They're going to shut down the. They'll have to shut down waterworks and everything. It's all right there.
Wow. This happen all the time?
No.
Good.
No, this is bad. This is the worst I've ever seen it.
It looks like the island's on fire. Wonder why that is. What's going on? Are we going toward the airport still?
Yep.
This is the way to the airport. This is what it looks like. Do they ever stop flying? Looks like we're going straight into black smoke, brown smoke. I think the fire's right behind that building. Trying to do a checkout, so we've come to the airport. It seems to be partially engulfed in this forest fire, which apparently is a normal occurrence in the stores.
From Marsh Harbour, it's just over 20 nautical miles to Green Turtle Cay, where we plan to fuel up before setting off for Bermuda.
So we're filling up diesel for the passage to Bermuda. Got 36 gallons in the port side. Just added in. It'll take around 150, 60 gallons total. We are setting off for Bermuda. We've been a couple of days troubleshooting to get the Starlink up and running. Now she's running great. So we've got communications and weather information. We're heading out the Whale Key Passage, which is the only way from Green Turtle Cay to get out into the ocean here. Just coming onto that course in a minute, and it should be 5 or 6 days to get to Bermuda. We've got a crew of 6 on board for this crossing, so it should be nice to have some bit more time off watch to get a bit more rest. We're really looking forward to it. We've got a great bunch of people with us here today.
Feeling good. We've got a couple of days where we've been doing some projects, getting to know each other, getting to know the boat intimately. And now we're heading out. Weather looks beautiful. Looks like it's going to be a nice calm passage and 5 days of ocean sailing. This is probably the 5th or 6th or 8th time we've sailed together. We've done a number of passages and even some short sails and really enjoying it. We did the transatlantic crossing in 2015, coming from the Canary Islands to St. Lucia. And it was fast. We went in 11 days, and we're probably not going to be that fast this time, but it was fun.
Looking forward to it. This is going to be my first extended offshore passage. I'm hoping for good weather and good breezes, and really looking forward to it.
Hi, I'm Maggie. We have a boat of our own, and we are hoping to do some longer passages. Longest I've done so far is 9 days straight, so just more long distance experience is all good and just reinforces what you know, and you learn what you don't know and add to it.
Well, no worries, because everything looks fantastic. And for everybody that is watching, the most amazing part of the days that we've been prepping for the crossing is how easy Paul and Cheryl and Doug and Maggie and Steve made this look like. I mean, this seems easy when you're with the right crew. So, but what I'm looking forward to is really the experience of the ocean crossing and the watches and you know, keep things running smoothly. And the entire passage of going days without seeing land. I know it's not for everybody, but it attracts me a great deal.
Well, it's always exciting to be starting a passage. You know, the days ahead are full of bustle and preparation, but we have a fabulous crew for this trip. Most everyone we've sailed with before. Roger is new, but he's a wonderful person, so helpful and thoughtful, and everyone's just getting along great. Doing the Starlink repair really was a bonding experience. You know, gave us a bit of a delay, but it's really paid off. And we're all set. Everyone's feeling great. We've had lots of rest, and it's a beautiful day. We are going to have a blast.
The main out and ready to winch in at the same time. So we're trying to not pull this too hard. The goal is for it always to be tight inside the mast. The most common mistake is to unroll the mainsail without pulling on the sail as it unfurls, since it can jam up inside the mainmast. Go back to putting it out again. We've got about 750 miles to go to Bermuda. We have a wind from the southeast and we're heading northeast, so it's close reaching. So we just found suddenly the boat has veered off course. It looks like we've got an autopilot motor drive has malfunctioned or broken altogether. So we're hand steering for a little while. We're making about 6.5 knots right on course for Bermuda. And we've got 620 miles to go, which is a long way for hand steering. So we'll see if we can figure out. The boat is installed with a second. The spare autopilot drive is connected to the other wheel, so he should be able to get back underway with autopilot. But it's kind of fun to try hand steering for a little while. It's a good idea for everyone to give that a test too. So let's do a little bit of hand steering while we get the autopilot sorted out.
Last night, as we were on watch, we heard a couple of crunchy noises, about an hour and a half apart. And then the autopilot stopped working. So this morning, and beautiful day, we decided we'd go down and have a look, and turns out that the unit fell off of its bolts somehow. So some extra stress, and it's come apart. But luckily, we have 2 of those units. And so Paul is down in the hole right now, and he is rewiring it so that we're going to use the second one and get on our way.
Right. Oh, I see hands coming up out of the hatch there. And people say, what do you do all day on a boat?
Have a nap, I hope.
Well earned. Well, thank you guys. After the Starlink repair, now this at sea.
It's definitely clear sky there. We should see it.
You seeing it?
Yes, there it is.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Oh, wow.
Look how bright it is. You see it, Maggie? You see it flying? There's people up there on the ISS. Look how big it is. This orangey-brown weed is often seen in huge rafts and is called sargassum. This area in the central North Atlantic is known as the Sargasso Sea. Sargassum plays an important ecological role in the open ocean, providing a vital habitat for a variety of marine species, including fish, crabs, sea turtles, and migratory birds.
If we hit the bottom, we've got other things to worry about.
Definitely.
It's 5,000 meters deep. 5,000 meters.
And why are we jumping off the boat?
Because we can.
Because we got a beautiful day, we got calm seas, we got low winds. When no winds. When life gives you lemon, you make lemonade.
How deep is it here, Roger?
I think anywhere between 4,000 and 5,000 meters.
Okay.
So I think we're going to be okay if we jump head on.
We have a safety line trailing aft on a fender. Plus, Maggie and I stay on deck keeping watch for sharks.
I was wearing stuff that fit.
We're going to keep a lookout for sharks in Portuguese man o' war. We think we've seen a whole bunch of Vilela, which are by-the-wind sailor that look like Portuguese man o' war. And I think we may have seen one Portuguese man o' war, but they really can sting you, so keep an eye out for them too.
How was it?
Very nice. Cooler than the Caribbean though. Now that we're up north, nearly up Bermuda. We're only about a little less than 300 miles from Bermuda, so 2/3 of the way there. And the wind's supposed to pick up a little bit, hopefully. Can't get any lighter, that's for sure.
Wow, the water's so clear. Roger, we could see you way down.
It's so beautiful.
Maggie and I have rigged up a galley strap so we don't get thrown by the rolling motion caused by the swell today.
They're tied in down there. Yeah, it's amazing. Well, the winds come up pretty great.
Yeah.
We're right on course. It's perfect. Finally, after all these days of completely flat calm, the wind has finally come out just what we need. As we're approaching the island now, we've got the perfect wind to bring us in. Close hauled. 13 knots of wind has come up and we're aimed right at Bermuda, just where we want to be.
One-pot meals with a mix of starch, vegetables, and protein served in bowls rather than on plates work well when sailing offshore.
Look at that angle your stove is on, sweetie.
I know. Yeah, this tack is always a little more tricky, but it's really important that we sail and landfall tomorrow. Tonight's dinner is Salisbury steak with a mushroom onion sauce over mashed potatoes, garnished with the last of the parsley.
We're tacking, which means changing course by turning the boat's bow into and through the wind. Okay, that was waypoint arrival alarm. So we've arrived at our first waypoint as we come into the closing up to the coast of Bermuda. We'll just get ourselves sorted out as dawn is here now. We'll be planning to come into the harbor. The procedure for Bermuda is you come into Ordnance Island and do the check-in, which we've already first pre-announced by filling in online at sailclear.com, a system we've used in the Caribbean and the Bahamas. And now that we're actually arriving, they already know that we're arriving, and we've even talked to them on the radio, because Bermuda calls you in advance when you arrive, to make sure that you've noticed their little island and don't accidentally crash into it. You ready to tack?
Okay.
We're testing out the auto tack feature, which means that you can have the auto helm actually do the tack, which is kind of cool. We use it sometimes. Give it a try here. Ready to tack? So coming about, auto tack to port. You ready? Ready about?
Right.
Coming about.
Distant Shores 4, Bermuda Radio 16.
Everyone ready to tack?
Ready? Ready.
Okay, coming about.
Bermuda radio officers keep around-the-clock watch on boats approaching the archipelago. Bermuda is surrounded by miles of shallow reefs, so officers give all boats in the area a heads up to prevent accidents. We make contact, get instructions, and receive a nice welcome before entering St. George's Harbour.
Here we are arriving at St. George's through the narrow cut here. It's been a very calm passage, and we are conserving fuel because we had to use so much on the way here. We are under sail, but we have the electric drive ready as backup.
Zero and 36. I just turned the pumps on.
We're 11 meters right now. Deep.
So Maggie, how does it feel? Are you happy to see land?
Yes, I am. Sorry, I'm mesmerized by the shoreline here. Yeah, we had a great trip.
We've had a nice passage. It's been very light winds, the lightest we've had. But we've had a lot of fun, and we had some great sailing the first 2 days and a fantastic last day as we arrived in to St. George's Harbour, Bermuda.
How are you feeling? Was this offshore passage something you've been thinking of doing for a while?
Oh yeah, I've been thinking for this for a while, and it's better than expected. Words really fall short. We cannot describe it. You have to experience it.
If you'd like to join us as crew on a sail-away week aboard Distant Shores 4, visit the Distant Shores website for information on upcoming destinations and berths available. Details in the description below. We hope you've enjoyed this video and invite you to subscribe so you don't miss upcoming adventures as we continue on across the Atlantic Ocean to the Azores and mainland Europe. Thanks for watching.
Stepping ashore for the first time in a week.
Yeah, it feels funny, doesn't it?
Yeah, the land is moving.
Land is moving around.
How's everyone feeling about being ashore? Tired.
Everyone's speechless.
Yeah, the land is moving.
Feeling great.
Thank you all.
No.
My land legs suck. I feel so wobbly.
Yeah.